Hi there, it's Susan Winter. I'm reading your video requests, and this one has to do with not getting the attention that you want from your partner. And that's not a silly thing. I mean, we all have our needs, and we all, in partnership, have an idea of how that should feel so that we feel that we are wanted and desired and are comfortable in the relationship that we've created. This is from Robert. And just so you know, I actually wrote him privately. Sometimes I get your video requests and I'm compelled to, just get the answer out right away because there's a lag time between me reading this and when you're actually going to see it. So Robert writes, I'm a gay man who's been in a relationship for 3 years. I love my partner, but I feel very unsatisfied. I feel like I'm not receiving emotional intimacy, attention that I'm looking for. I tell my partner, but nothing's changed. I meet people who give me the attention and convo I look for, but then I have to stop talking to them because it makes my partner angry. Am I being too sensitive? And of course, I answered back immediately, no, of course, you're not being too sensitive. You want what you want. And these are your baselines for how you feel appreciated and desired in a relationship. It's the food you need to stay there. So what happens when our partner's not paying attention to us or not showing us the love that we want? And we want to talk to them about it, but nothing changes. There are a couple of things that I would say to you. There could be two reasons. It's either unconscious or it's conscious. So let's start from a positive position. Understand that everybody has different love languages, and what you need specifically may not be in the love language that your partner understands as being representative of affection. There are people who just are not verbally demonstrative. They don't give praise. There are men that think their woman is gorgeous and don't think he needs to hear, oh, honey, you look beautiful. They just don't think about it. Or if you know that you need physical touch, your partner may not understand because they think, well, we're together. Don't you know I love you? So, first of all, identify. I know you've used words here, and Robert's clear emotional intimacy, but you have to realize that to most people that goes into their head like blah, blah, blah. So if you've expressed this to a partner that you're in a relationship with, a good relationship, and you love each other, are they not doing it because they don't really understand what you want? This is what I would try first, okay? If they don't know what you need, you have to give them tangible examples. And as I wrote to Robert, if you need like a half hour when you come home and you put your things away and you just want to unwind and you need to have private time just to talk and catch up with your mate, turn off the phones, have an agreement of how we do this. I need a half hour when I come home at the end of the day to be with you, to just focus, to be present. I don't feel like I ever get that time. That would make me so happy. Because remember, if they're not doing it, they may not know what exactly you mean by those words. This way, at least you told your partner, this is what I need. Or if you need physical touch, I need to be held. I need to be caressed. I need more foreplay. I need that because then that makes me a better partner for you. That makes me more loving. I don't want to be bitchy. I don't want to be nagging. There's a simple solution. Here's what I would need. Be very, very, very specific and give them a couple of examples. Then relax. Now, does anything change? Right? Second case scenario is not so good. You love each other, but your partner's unwilling. They could, but they just don't. Now is the time you have a problem. Again, still go through the same format and ask them and talk about it and let them know that this is really urgent because all of you, you're not being overly sensitive. You're not, please don't condemn yourself. We each interpret love so very differently. I remember a conversation I had with a young man years ago. He did acts of service. His girlfriend never noticed. He paid her rent. She lived with him. She was a PhD student, hardly had time for a second, for a job beyond all the work you do as a PhD student and grad student, right? So, I mean, he did everything. She just didn't notice it. And all he needed from her was like a sandwich, get me a cup of coffee. I know that not to sound like it's servitude in any way, but that would be an act of a visual act that is understood in his language. Yeah. And she just didn't do that. And so it took them a while to get on the same page. They're still together now. They've gotten married. Yeah. So this is good to know the update on that. But she needed a lot of physical touch. And he was looking for a lot of acts of service, and they were just in two different places. So when we explain what it is we want and why it is so vitally important to us, they need to know the why, because then it separates the difference between I want this just because I want it and it's vital to me. And then attach that why to how it will benefit them. That's normally the kicker. Because then I'm so much happier in this relationship. Then I'm so much more willing to do those things for you. Then we prosper. We have better time, whatever it is. That what you want looks like this, and then the benefit to them by doing it. That normally works. Robert, thank you for this. And I know you had very good results with your partner, and it opened a whole new dialogue because I love getting the feedback. That's really cool. So I'm very happy. So Robert fell into group number one, had a wonderful, loving partner that just didn't understand how to show the exact kind of affection that, was desired. Thank you, everyone. Susan Winter for SusanWinter.net. Don't hesitate to write me if you have a video request. Don't hesitate to ask me if you need help in a consultation. That would be very good. Gets you through the issue immediately. I really, really enjoy working with people. Check out the merch line and check out the Dating Games Guide and Older Woman, Younger Men Guide. That's really awesome too. Thank you, everyone.